Hello everyone, I am a geek for fun, and welcome again to this time kind of not a prequel, not a sequel, interquel episode of Teen Titans Roll. You could almost call this Teen Titans Roll issue 2.5, or I don't know, one of those crossover tie-in issues that no one buys and are very annoying like DC does over the time. We're doing this in between the next main group session. For reasons you'll find out as we go. This session is kind of unexpected territory, but we hope it will be a nice change of pace before we go back into our regular pre-scheduled madness. So with all of that said, we shall begin this episode focused on one of our Teen Titans and maybe some others with Raven, and just go from there. So strap in, get a popcorn or something, and enjoy as we begin another journey into the mad, wonderful world of Teen Titans Roll. Okay, so this is a couple of days after the madness of the theatre. We cut to Raven alone in her room. Shocker, I know. Isolating herself from everyone else. Not out of any misconceived feelings or really any kind of negative feelings. It's just out of Raven, being the most spiritually attuned and the most supernaturally aware, was affected by the events in the theatre a little more strongly than everyone else, save Speedy, and it's made her uncomfortable. She hasn't been able to speak to Trigon since. Everything about the world seems as if like there's the opacity on the entire world has kind of gone down a little bit. Everything's gone grayscale. There's like a filter in her mind ever since she left that filter, and she's trying after theatre, and she's trying to work out how to dispel it. So she's got like all of her books out. She's got like every single thing she can think of, and is kind of just left alone with her thoughts. Given that, then Raven, if you were trying to figure out how to dispel what feels like a curse, what would be your methods of going about that?
Well, for a Raven to dispel anything like that, she would have to clear her mind first. So she would meditate first, because you have to have an empty, kind of clean slate mind for any spell work or anything like that. So she would have to do that and just meditate and kind of draw inward to clear her mind and push everything else that was unrelated out to just kind of be a blank slate. As far as dispelling, if it's cursed, like you're saying, it's kind of like a filter over everything. I would probably page through some of the old texts that I have in my little room area. So I would page through my texts and see if I could find anything for dispelling what's there. Because I don't really know what it is, or necessarily that there is an immediate answer for it, but clearing my mind and going through my resources and seeing what I have that relates to it would probably be my best bet. So,
you scan your massive tome of old and ancient books, and some new books aside, and you go to usual suspects. You go to your Trigons, you go to your Clarion the Witch Boys, you go to any forces which are normally connected to your realms, and nothing like the symptoms turns up. There's no findings on why this is. This is unknown territory for you. The only thing that is making some sense is a book published by one of the wizards in the magical world of DC under the name of Circe, which deals with Greek myths and Greek magic. And as you turn the pages, you stumble upon the story of the Minotaur, but not the story of the Minotaur that's been told over eons and through the words of man, the story of the Minotaur that has been told through the tongues of witches and the tongues of soothsayers and the tongues of prophets, the stories of the world that you're not allowed to tell anyone else, because if they were to know such knowledge, their mind would break. It's taken immense years of training for you to even be able to read these things. And as you go through deeper and deeper and deeper, the world starts to fill with colour again, the curse starts to fade, and just when you feel like you might have found what spell you need to say, the book just enlights with just golden flame, and out from it you see the familiar figure that you saw in the theatre, an old woman dressed in red, standing in your room, staring directly at you.
Okay. I'm trying to think here. This is the woman we saw at the end of the last episode.
Yes, the one that was the curse in that theatre.
So she's not a... I thought she was dispelled when we had all that, when we cut the rope.
You did.
Okay. Alright, just want to make sure I'm following, that's all. Alright. So obviously I'm thinking, why is this back? I thought when we cut the rope, this should have been gone. I would probably page through more to look at. Is she doing anything, or she's just
staring at you with the undead eyes.
Okay. Is she transparent, or is she?
She's more solid now than you saw her before, which is what's freaking you out a little bit more. She appears corporeal now.
Okay. If she's solid, then I definitely would try to push her back, because if she's solid and there's a person in front of me, her first thing would be to kind of push back. So, I would shut the book and stand up and back up and kind of barricade herself with use your telekinesis and kind of draw things together and kind of barricade herself and have things close to her in case things go awry. So I'd have maybe hover a chair towards me, and I would kind of gather things that I could use to defend myself if I would need to throw anything, or because I don't want to engage directly. I don't know how. Mm-hmm. I don't know how benevolent the spirit is. I'm assuming she's bad because she was in a place that was like that, but I'm not sure. So I have things at the ready. I'm backing up. I'm drawing things toward me, but I'm not doing anything yet. I'm just going to wait and see what she does, if anything.
Okay. So as you do that, as the room starts to swell and as your black energy lifts the many different items you're using to kind of circle around you as some space between you two, she slowly lifts her hand in a way which, as she lifts it, you can tell the bone is jutted out. It's a very unnatural movement. It makes you uncomfortable, and she points at you directly, and her mouth, which has been closed this entire moment, finally opens.
We are the infestation. We have found you, and now you are our Trojan horse.
And then the entire room is destroyed in a burst of fire, but what first seems to be fire is simply burning away the illusion. And you're no longer in your room. Your surroundings have changed. You're in pitch blackness, aside from a few lanterns across the side of a wall, in a very enclosed space. You can't quite make out what it is, but you're no longer in Titan's Tower. You don't even know where you are in the world, but you've just been sent somewhere else, away from your own volition, and now what has called themselves the infestation is still standing before you, but it looks like they're about to leave.
if they're about to leave, I'm gonna try to catch them and wait and try to follow them because I don't know where I am. I can't see anything. I don't know what anything looks like. So I'm gonna try to communicate with them and try to follow them if they're trying to leave. So.
Mm-hmm. So you see, effectively, without touching the ground, it starts floating through the corridor, and as it keeps going through the corridor, you start to notice that the walls are very thin, only enough space for like one person at a time. You can't get two people beside each other. It's very much like you have to stand on a straight line to walk there, and the walls feel very old, Greek stone, very white marble, but it's been eroded with time. It's got very smart marches where water and blood have eroded at it over centuries. So as you keep following through it and you keep trying to catch up, eventually it just fades. Just with one word continuing to come forward. It's like,
"You are the Trojan horse."
And then it disappears completely. So now you're just alone in complete black labyrinth on your own with seemingly no idea of what the hell just happened.
Cool. Alright, so... Oh, I have psychic construct, so I will just construct a torch. That's kind of a weapon. I can construct that typically. So I'll construct a torch so I can see. But I will keep walking forward because there's no other way I can go. I mean, going backwards isn't going to get anywhere. So I will keep going forwards with the light that I have, so I can it illuminates everything and I can see what's in front of me.
So are you, of the strength of said torch, how much illumination are you trying to get out of it? Because if it's, say, just your immediate area, you can do that fine. If you want to try and illuminate like 5 meters each side, that might require a roll. So it's up to you to decide on like how much power are you outputting into this illumination.
I'll roll for it just because I want as much visibility as possible, so I'll roll for it.
So that's unleash your powers.
Alright, so that is 8 plus freak, right?
Yeah.
So that's 10. 10.
Yeah, that's perfect then. So each side of you, through 5 meters across on a 360, you have completely illuminated. So now if nothing can try and sneak up at you in the darkness now. If something tried to, you'd be able to turn around quickly enough and have a good vision. So now with more illumination, you see that the stone floor is covered with like the remains of weapons. There's a couple of bones jutting out, and a couple of skulls. It looks very macabre. It's a very part of Raven would probably even respect the aesthetic of it. It's very I should say it's very spiritually charged. The area feels I guess the sense of not necessarily people trapped or cursed with the dead, but a location where the dead and the living can both coexist here. This is a very spiritually harmonious point, I guess would be the best way to describe it. As shown from not just on the walls and the carvings and the altars, but the surrounding aura that Raven can kind of get like the vibe of a place.
Okay, you broke up halfway through there, so I only got maybe half of what the last half of what you said. I tried to tell you in chat, but it didn't work.
No problem. It's just you can cover your back and your front 5 meters each side with your light, and the room itself is very spiritually charged. Would you like to proceed going forward? Because like you can only go one direction this way or one direction that way. There's no side exits that you see yet. So would you like to continue going forward the way the spirit went, or would you like to keep going backward to an unknown destination?
I'll go forward.
Okay, so you just continue to move forward for a couple of minutes with seemingly no end. You finally come across a very large wooden door with a handle attached to it, and the handle has a ball head attached to it with 7 dots adjoining the middle of the door, and then the handles to the side here.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna try to open it.
Okay, so you open it. It's stuck at first, but it's not nothing that requires too much physical force. It's just a bit old. So you pull it open, and directly in front of you, you see this giant behemoth. The body of a hulking, 10-meter tall, muscle-bound freak with scars and blood and gashes all over its barely adjoined body. There's like a very hastily together loincloth of fur covering its waist, but aside from that, it's completely naked. But atop its head is a giant blood-soaked bull. This is the Minotaur of myth, and it hasn't noticed you yet. You've basically walked up, opened the door, and you're seeing its back.
Okay. Can I suspend it in the air?
If you can try, yeah. You can certainly try.
It's that or run, so I mean... Alright, 5 and freak is 7.
Okay, so that is... Yeah, that's a perfect hit. So it hasn't even noticed you. So as the Metreon Zinphos, and it's just looking forward, it suddenly starts to float in the air, and its legs are kind of dangling off the floor, and it's quite confused and doesn't know what to do, and it's just suspended. Because again, you just lifted it, you haven't attacked it, and it still hasn't noticed you because it's like it can't really turn because your magical bindings are so strong at the moment. They're very focused.
Okay, I am gonna try to communicate with it just because I don't know if it's sentient or not. I don't know, so I will see if it can understand me. I'll say something to it because it's gonna see me anyway when I go past it, so I might as well just say something to it. So I just kind of rotate it like around so it can face me, so I can look at it, and because I'll have to go under it anyway. So this backfires. I'm going under it and getting out the door, but so and I ask it if it can understand me. So I just ask, can you understand me? Do you understand language?
And as it moves its head and it sees you, its eyes kind of flare up. And you notice it doesn't just have 2 eyes, it has 4 eyes. It's got 2 up here and 2 here, and they're just red. So it sees you and it starts snarling, it starts flaring, like spit starts flying everywhere. But it seems to be able to speak some form of broken English. It says, "I am not my father's weapon. I am not my father's. Trust me, trust me." It just kind of keeps going on these ramblings that don't seem to mean anything at the moment. It keeps saying, "I am not my father. I am not my father."
Same, bro. All right. So I'm gonna ask it what it means.
So as you say that, because you're kind of continuous to talk and this finger's strong, its hand breaks free. It's still in the air like this, and its hand breaks free and doesn't try to respond to your question. Throws a punch. Before it throws a punch, a fist lands on its face, smacking it across the other side of the room, and standing tall with her black and silver armor, hair flowing, gauntlets ready, and armored up, is Wonder Gal, Donna Troy. She outreaches your hand and she tells you to run.
I just tell Raven to run.
Okay, then I am going, since you're my only ally in this situation, I'm going to grab you by the arm and just take off and run.
So you two...
We're going to go in the opposite direction. So.
You two can go on your own right now, and the Minotaur got hit by a surprise blow, so it's out for a little bit. So as you continue to run, you make enough distance to where you're both very tired. Donna, you look slightly worse for wear. You've been here a little bit longer, but you're still confused as well, as you've never met this person before, and you've been trapped in this maze for about a day at first, and this is the first time not only have you seen a room open, but seen a other person and a giant minotaur thing. So you're very confused. Raven, you've never met this woman before in your life. You're very confused. Both of you have a lot of questions, and there's a bit of a safe space here in a very dark corridor before that thing catches up. But now you can just like, what the fuck is going on?
Okay, so I'm gonna turn to Donna, and I'm gonna say, first of all, thanks. Who are you? Why are you here? And where are we? And how do we get out of here?
Okay, so we're in a labyrinth, right?
Essentially, yeah.
We're in a labyrinth, and I've been here for over a day now, and you're the first person I've seen. She'd be a bit... She wouldn't know if Raven would be like a ally or an enemy, though, would she?
Well, that's something you can question in character now. You can. There's a move on your basic move list where you can like try and pierce the mask. So you can roll right now to be like, "Hey, can I trust you? Like, I don't have a lot of time, and I don't want to turn my back to you and get stabbed." So you can do that right now. You can have this interrogation session with this new person because both of your lives right now are dependent on it. So you need to make sure you're both on good grounding.
I'll just bring up the moves. So I can ask her what she intends to do.
Yes, that's called Pierce the Mask.
Yeah.
So you can roll for that.
Okay. I got a 9.
And what's your mundane rating? Oh, I can just get it up on my... I've got your thing up here anyway, don't worry. I'll save you some time. So that's +1, so that's a 10. So on a 10, you can ask 2 of these questions. 3 of these questions. So you see the 3 questions?
Mm-hmm.
You can ask 3 of those to her, and she'll have to answer them.
Okay, so what do you intend to do?
I intend to get out of here because we don't have a lot of time.
What do you want me to do?
Come with me.
Then, what are you really planning? Is that, like, basically similar to, like, what are your intentions?
I just showed up here. I was in my room, and then I was here. I don't know how to get out of here. If I can even teleport us out of here, I'll try, but I don't even know if I can get out of here. I just want to go home.
Well, I've been here for a day and have had no luck finding a way out of here. Haven't came across anything but tunnels and pathways. That Minotaur was the first thing I've encountered in that whole time I've been in here.
Okay, can I roll to try to teleport us out of here?
Yeah, if you can. That's going to be unleash your powers. You can certainly try.
Alright, so that's 8 and 2 is 10 again.
Okay, so that's perfect. So you open up a portal, and you can do it, but obviously, Wonder Girl, you're going to have to trust Raven to enter in this dark, spooky-looking portal, which you've never seen in your life before. So, Raven, you might want to try and make the effort to convince her.
Okay. Okay, I don't know who you are. I don't know how either of us got here, but you're the only person who knows this area, and I'm going back home. I live with a whole bunch of other people that are like me. We know Superman, Justice League. We're kind of not really affiliated with them, but we know them. I don't know, that really doesn't mean anything to you, maybe not, but will you come with me? And then we can kind of figure out how to get you back where you came from if you come with me now.
Well, my options are stay here and risk never getting out, or taking a chance with the stranger who can open the strange portal and ending up somewhere where I might stand a chance. So I think I'll just go in the portal and hope for the best.
Okay. So you take Raven's hand, you both go into the portal, and then your surroundings have changed. Raven, you didn't get to get them out, but you've got them to a completely different location. You're now in a room with a giant dining table. It's like 20 meters across, and it is absolutely stacked with food. The most glorious, delicious spread you've ever seen in your entire life. Everything you could ever imagine is on there. There is a giant locked door on one side, and just stone that you've seen before on the other side. And it doesn't seem like there's any way out, but there doesn't seem to have been any way that you could have got into here without teleporting. So you have definitely put a lot of distance between you and that Minotaur. You can both stick around. You've got a bit to breathe and look around and work out what the hell this new surrounding is and what it's got to do with this maze.
Okay. Since I probably can't teleport out again, I can try later, but I probably can't do it quite yet. I will just ask Donna again who she is, because I still don't know anything about her herself. So I will ask her, how did you get here, and where are you from? Who are you? I'll tell you about me if you tell me about you.
Okay. So, my name's Donna Troy.
And you're from?
I can't remember the name of the island.
Themyscira.
Yeah.
Look, she's been in a maze for a day. Like, she's kind of tired. She hasn't slept. Give her a break.
I don't know where the fuck I'm from. But I'm from somewhere.
Make that part of it. Make that part of it. Is Donna?
Listen, I'm just starting to.
Yeah, you were just out of it today, so you just have a laugh about that. That's a good character attraction.
I don't know if you know Wonder Woman.
I don't know her personally, but I know who she is.
Well, she's basically my sister.
So you're from that Amazon island, then? You're one of them.
Yeah.
Well, how did you get here if you're all the way from there?
Well, how did you get here?
I just appeared here. I was in my room.
Exactly.
I didn't mind my own business. So that's what happened to you too?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm Raven. I am from Jump City. I live with the Teen Titans. Since you know Diana, you probably know Superman. So his clone of sorts lives with us. We have Robin with us too, if you know Robin or know of Robin. Some people you probably don't know too, but they're part of my team, and we kind of just came together recently. But they're kind of the only family I have right now, so that's where I am. I'm trying to get back to Jump City, so if that's somewhere that you want to be, we got to figure out a way out of here and try to get back there, because that's still, you'll be able to contact Diana and get home then if we can get back there.
That would certainly be a good start.
All right, let's try that door over there, the big locked door. We'll try to get that open, even though it's obviously locked. So we'll head over to that door, push on it. It's locked, we can't go anywhere.
So even with Donna's super strength, it doesn't budge like an inch. For something that looks like it's made of wood, it is impossibly strong. But now that you're closer to it, you can see an inscription on the carving, and it has one of those dots you saw on the door when you first came in, Raven. And underneath it, it says, "Your path will be found when the table is cleared."
All right, so I guess we gotta eat then. I'm not real fond of eating food off a table in a random room because that doesn't sound like it's too legit. But
Well,
I mean, do you have like super hunger or anything? Are you like
super hunger?
I don't know what you do. I don't know what.
You teleport us in here. Can you teleport the food out of here?
I can try, I guess. So I can roll for it. Yes.
Yes, you can. It is
So
a
that's
lot of food.
6 and 4 is 10. It's 12, so I got 12 with the freak. So I can get the food out of here then.
So you cover every single bit of that food in that black aura, and gone instantly, and the entire table is cleared, and then you blink, and then it's filled again.
Well, that was a great idea that didn't work.
Well, it's better than eating it all.
What else are we supposed to do with it? It's gonna keep appearing again. We're gonna have to take our chances with it. What else can we do with it?
There's enough food here to feed a small country. There are 2 of us.
Well, you're super something. You can probably, I don't know, eat and then.
Joke.
No. No, I'm just saying that, we can't get anybody else in here. We can't get the food out. We can't get out. I can try to teleport us out again, but I don't know if I can do that or not.
Well, I know not to trust strange food in a strange room, in a strange place we've just appeared in.
Alright, then I'll try to teleport us out, I guess, again.
What do they teach you on that Teen Titans team?
Well, I don't really have training for showing up in a random place with a random stranger and a big bull thing and a big table. They don't really train you for this. This isn't part of the little run through they give you when you first join. You don't get a little crash course in what to do in a magical situation. These things kind of just happen to you. So you don't get training on this. So I'm sorry, I don't know how to handle this. All right, so I'll roll for it, and 6, and that's 8 again, and 2 is 10.
Okay, so you're rolling to teleport out.
Teleport us both out, yeah, because that was Donna's idea. So.
Okay, so you get covered in the orb, and as Aras Metrion's Zinthos, boom, you're teleported, and then boom, you're teleported right on top of the table. With like your feet and shoes are now standing in like pudding and ice cream. So like you moved, but it's clear there's some like this is a place where unless you solve the puzzle, you cannot leave.
So there's just a table with food in this room.
Yes, it is a very large table, but there's nothing else in the room but like stone aside from that. You can inspect the door again. You can read what the wording of the puzzle itself might say.
Yeah. What does the puzzle say?
So it says, your path will be found when the table is cleared.
So we can just put all the food on the floor. Technically the table's clear.
I can blast it, or you can punch it. Doesn't matter either or.
Yeah, let's just flip the table.
All right, so we're just gonna flip it over.
So both of you together, like, all right, describe it. What's your method here? Who gets what end?
All right, she gets the heavier end because she has a lot more muscle than I do. Obviously, I'm just a little skinny emo kid, so I can't really do too much with it. But she gets the heavier end with all like the meat and the heavy stuff on her end. I get like the dessert end, and we both pick it up. She, of course, her side she lifts with no problem. She's like has it over her head. I'm like straining to get like the corner of it up, and then I'm like,
a quick flick, just a quick flick over.
Yeah, so it kind of like falls like awkwardly. So like her half like crashes down, and my half kind of like slowly like slams down. I'm tired. I can't levitate it right now, so I'm just gonna use my hands for all this.
It's good. It's good bonding. So table gets flipped successfully. All the food, as if it was about to hit the ground, just dissolves into sand, and the table smashes and cracks apart. And as it does, the writing on the door vanishes, and you are now free to move on. You have passed this puzzle.
Okay, so we're out of here. We're gonna go through the door. I'm gonna just take off. I'm not even gonna wait to see if she's behind me. I'm just gonna go for it. I'm just gonna. Good luck, Donna. No, I'm just gonna run through. I'm gonna kind of wave you through. Like, I'm not messing around here.
Yeah, Donna's like right behind you.
Okay.
All right,
So we
so
go through that door.
you go through the door, and you see on the other side a very familiar face. In chains is a shirtless, tired, slashed up Superboy, trapped and struggling against chains on his wall. And on the other side is the door to get out, from like as if you've gone from one room to the other, and there's like a mirror of the last one, except this time the door on the other side isn't locked, it's open. The only thing here is Superboy with his head down and his hair's covered so he can't see anyone. He's just straining against bolts.
Okay, so I'm gonna make sure that's him first and not some kind of illusion, because I'm gonna assume it's maybe not real depending on where we are. Gonna go up to make sure it's him. Talk to him, make sure it's actually who I think it is. Is it really Superboy, or is it not responsive? I can't communicate with it.
What are you going to say to her?
I'm gonna be like, oh my god, what happened? How did you get here?
Raven? Oh my god, Raven, you're here! I just got woke up and I just got teleported to this place. Oh my god, I'm so happy to see you. Oh, are you here to save me? You here to get me out of here? Please.
Your voice sounds so different in this location.
It's the frequency, it's the echoes, but it's still me, baby. You know that's Superboy.
Alright, so I'm gonna try to get him unbolted out of the wall. I'll say, well, yeah, we'll take you with us. I'm not gonna leave you here. So I will, I'll motion Donna over, and we'll try to get him unbolted from the wall.
Well,
I'll try to...
I think
Go ahead.
Donna should go look at the door and see if there's another clue on the door.
This time, there's another dot that's just like lower on the scale than the other one, but there's no writing. There's just like the symbol of a heart.
So does that mean anything?
I don't know.
Or is it just nice decor?
You tell me. The door can't answer your question.
Can I not persuade it to?
Roll to persuade the door.
Through the door?
So, Raven, do you know this person? Well, obviously you do, but how do you know this person?
He's my teammate. He's on the Titans with me.
But we're more than that, Raven, right? Like, who is this?
Well, this is Donna. I just found her in the other room like 20 minutes ago. I don't know where she came from, but she knows Diana. And you know Diana, right? You've met her.
That's not... This isn't right. This should just be you and me. This is our story. Like, I don't know this person. No, this is part of the trick. Raven, it's you and me. Remember? Always. I know what you really feel. It's me and you, right?
So I assume you have a romantic connection with this boy.
Not like that. Not that I know of. I mean, last I knew he was trying to impress Satana, so not that I know of. This is new information to me. Something's not right here, obviously. this isn't right. Either something's wrong with him or something is wrong with this whole place. But this isn't how it. No, this isn't.
But
isn't
clearly
right.
something wrong with this place.
Well, we still should probably try to get him out of here just in case. Maybe he's, I don't know. Maybe there's some kind of magic going on, or maybe somebody wiped his memory. I don't know, but help me get him out of the wall at least, so we can take him out of here.
Okay, can she just yank him off the wall?
I mean, they're pretty strong bindings that a Kryptonian can't break, so to do that, you're going to have to roll.
I'll roll.
You'll have to roll to unleash your powers.
Oh, I got a 12.
Okay, so you just... you take a chunk of the wall with you when you go through it. So, like, he just completely gets flown on the ground. And as he gets up, he stumbles to Raven, and he just, like, falls on you. And then as he falls on you, your hand, like, lands on his chest, which is extremely muscled and, like, aesthetic right now. Like, weirdly so. It's weird how much you can't stop looking at this right now. He's like the perfection of everything you'd imagined from that.
Alright, so I'm probably gonna be a little in my head right now because nothing feels right. Everything just kind of feels almost fabricated the way you're describing it. Like it just feels too off. And I'm just gonna tell Donna something's wrong. Get the other side. We need to get him out of here. I don't want to stay here any more than we have to. Something's not right. So get the other side because I can't pull it out of the wall.
So they're helping him.
Yeah, so he's out of the wall now. He's like holding on to Raven, and the door to get out of this room is still wide open as it was when you first came in here. There is no locked room in this one. It was just Superboy in there and the door to leave. If you choose to leave, if you choose to talk to him more, he's still really tired, but he continues like move onto Raven, like holding her, just like his head like resting on her shoulder.
So we could have just left this room and just left him there.
Yeah, you can. You can just
What's my team? Leave him here. I don't know if it's really him or not. I'm not just gonna let him sit there.
It could be a trick, like the food.
Well, then he'll disappear when we try to leave the room if that's the case. If it's really him, he'll come with us. I mean, he's not gonna... We can't just leave him sit here. If it really is him, I'm not gonna go back home. Alright, well then, come on, let's go. I'm trying to amble along. He's still kind of hanging on me. I'm trying to, like, scooch him along towards the door.
So he scooches with you. And as you get to the entrance of the door, he says, "Wow, Raven, you really stuck your neck out for me there. You really are trying for this, and I'm sorry." And like as you get to the entrance of the door, he's like, "I'm sorry, just like everyone else in your life, that I will end up hurting you." And as you get to the door, Superboy's face just starts melting until it's just a skull, and then bones just fall on you, and it's just horrible. It's like his clothes are still there, and you just continue to hear the voice. It's like, "I will hurt you like everyone else has." And then poof, as you passed this trial, but it showed something of yourself in the process. Raven, you take a condition. You are now guilty.
Why's everything happened to me? This is so intense. I didn't ask for any of this. I'm gonna ruin my life over here.
Donna, it's clearly that what happened just there has just fucking like messed with her a little bit. So you can, if you want, make the effort to check on her, or you can just be like, "I don't know this person. I just want to keep walking on." That's your choice to make.
Just be like, "Man ain't shit." This wouldn't happen on my island.
This is sort of a self-insert. I don't want to... Get over it and keep moving.
Okay, she'll approach Raven, ask, "Are you okay?"
Then I'm just gonna kind of, I'm still like really, I'm not okay, but I'm just gonna kind of just say, yeah, let's just keep going.
The chances are it was just a trick, like the food.
Yeah, but something's still really wrong about this place. I'm just trying to I'm trying to like grasp for words here because I really can't articulate. I can't explain like much of why I'm upset without giving any more of myself away. So I'm just kind of scrambling for like excuses or words. And then I try to distract her and just say, well, it's done now. Let's just leave since we can get out of this room now. So I head off.
I think Donna would have some emotion, for how Raven's feeling. Like, she'll know that must have been something traumatic for her to watch. But at the same time, she didn't know Superboy, so, she's not as upset by what happened.
Mm-hmm. It's clear that whatever that puzzle was specifically designed for Raven.
Yeah. So they'll just leave through the heart door.
So you both go, and you're making your way, and this time it isn't a straight connection to the other room. There is a branching path. There is one direction this side to your left, and there is one direction that side to your right. On your right, you see the silhouette of fire and feel heat, and to your left, you feel cold, and you see the trails of ice along the walls. And in front of you is just a dead end. So you can choose to go left, you can choose to go right, you can choose to go together, you can choose to split up. It's your choice.
What do you want to do, Raven? You want to split up?
No, I don't want to split up. I don't want to. We just got out of there. I don't want to get the muscle. I don't want you to leave. Go left.
Okay, left. Is that the cold?
That's the ice, yes.
That's the ice. We can go left.
So we're headed left, DM.
Okay, so you move through the ice and you enter another room, and this time it has a third dot on the line, and you open it up and you find a library with one chair in the middle, with a skeleton in it like this, just bones, no life, no nothing, just bones, and a sword next to it. And everything else is just books, wall to wall with books.
Is this Wayne Manor? Oh my god.
Shade.
Poor Robin. Anyway, alright, so... And do I see any doors,
There's no doors visible in this one.
Okay. And are there hundreds of books or thousands of books or
hundreds?
Just a lot of books?
No,
okay, so
there is a finite amount, but there's just a lot.
Okay. First of all, the fuck this place.
We go inspect the skeleton.
So you go.
Okay, you're gonna inspect the skeleton.
Mm-hmm. What are you gonna do, Raven? Are you gonna come with her, or are you gonna do your own thing?
I'm gonna start scanning the book to see if any of the books pull out. If there's a certain section that I can pull out, maybe something opens, if I can pull a book off the shelf. So I'm kind of just rifling through stuff, trying to find something that'll turn, or a door that'll open up, trying to see if I can trigger anything. So I'm kind of flying through and.
We're in an episode of Scooby-Doo now.
Pretty much.
So as you approach the skeleton and you peer over to its head and closer and closer and closer, it says, "Yeah! Oh, hello there!" It's just spokes up, and it's just a cartoon skeleton. It's no flesh or anything on it. It is a skeleton, and it's "Well, what a great surprise to see you here. Oh, I haven't had visitors in centuries." And his jaw just falls off, and it grabs its jaw again, slots it back in. Sorry about that.
Just have no words.
I see. My stunning beauty always stuns you females. I should know. But don't worry, I don't swing that way. I like a good bone, if you know what I mean. So like keeps going like that. Raven, I'm sure you're hearing this by now.
Yeah, I'm like whipping around, like just dropping the books in my hands. Like I'm just like, the fuck. Turn around. And I'm just gonna kind of just, for a second, just be like stunned, because this is ridiculous. This is like cartoon level. Like Corpse Bride, like that's what it reminds me of in that one scene. Is that where you got this? Anyway, back into the... So I am going to drop what I have in my hands, walk over, I just say, okay, how do we get out of here? I just need to leave. We need just to get home. How do we get out of here and finally get back home? This is like the fourth room we've been to.
Oh, well, if you've gone through previous rooms before, then surely you know the way to get out of here. It's to solve the puzzles, my dear.
Then what are you here for? If you're not going to help us get out of here, why are you here?
There's a lot of books to read.
So what's the puzzle for this room?
Oh, the puzzle for this room? Yeah, it's been a while, so I kind of forget. Oh, yes, of course. I would like to challenge you, Amazon, to a battle. Would you like to accept or decline? And, like, as he does it, he, like, poses with, like, muscle bound, but, like, he's just bone. Like, there's not a single shred. It's just, like, a stick figure, effectively. And he's challenging you to a fight, Donna Troy.
Obviously, she just doesn't take it seriously because it's a skeleton and she's an Amazon.
You're not going to fight me?
I'll fight you. Just, I'm not going to put you back together once you're scattered around everywhere.
Oh, so you are going to fight me. And if you say yes, that means you accept the consequences.
Oh wait, what are the consequences?
Find out.
I suppose that's your sword.
Yes.
Do I have my weapon?
You don't. You were effectively taken here in the same way Raven was. You were just chilling in the morning, and then bam, bam, you were here. You didn't even get a vision. You just got teleported, and so you had no weapons with you. You just have your strength, and you've got your Amazonian bracelets on as well because you always carry those. Yeah.
Well, don't be a coward, and you just leave your sword since I don't have one. And fight me hand to hand.
So you will fight me on my terms, I see. Okay. Very well, I shall accept this challenge. We shall have our dukes. And like there's like the 1940s style like boxers like thingy. Like raises dukes is your move, Donna Troy.
Who's Duke?
I don't know. Hey, less talking, more squawking.
Okay. So she can wield her power.
Yes, and there's if you want to fight him, it would be directly engage threat.
Directly engage. Where's that?
It should be in basic moves.
Here we go, directly engage. So I'll roll for this.
Yes.
I've been lucky with the dice. This is going to screw me over. 7.
Plus danger.
I think I've got +1 danger, have I?
So your danger rating was normally -1, you +1, so now it's 0. So you don't.
So just 7 then.
Yeah, so it's just 7. And on a 7,
I'm going to take his sword.
Yeah, you get to pick one. So you take his sword, which you just said you wanted unarmed combat. So he's still got like this, and you've taken his sword, and then he's just like, that's against the rules, you see.
I'm just like, he's bones, just hit him. Just hit the bones. He'll disintegrate. Just punch him.
Oh no, because if I break the rules, something bad might happen. She's just gonna swing the sword.
She's gonna swing the sword at him. Alright, so the sword swings at him, and as it hits his bone, the sword shatters in your hand. And the shards of the sword, boom, 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 like stab you in the shoulders. And it just breaks on his bones. So you take a powerful blow. Well, no, actually you don't. You just take a condition, sorry. And your condition is you are insecure because you did not expect that to just happen.
I told you to hit him. I told you not to cheat. Just hit him.
You never told me not to cheat. You just said hit him.
You cheated, I'm afraid, young lady, and I'm afraid that means you have failed this puzzle. And he claps his hands, and then he just falls to bones. There is no door here that is opened. There is no supernatural energy in this room anymore, but you have failed your first puzzle. The consequences of that are not clear, but there's no door, so you'd have to go back the way you came. You should have... I don't know. You don't know what you should have done. Well, I do know, but I'm not going to tell you. But taking the sword after agreeing to have unarmed combat is a pretty snaky move. Not going to lie.
I'm going to be mad. I'm just going to be like, I told you not to do that. You just... Now what are we supposed to do? We have to go back where we came from and go back through again.
You told me.
I said just hit him with your hand. You're an Amazon, for God's sake.
You didn't say that.
He's a skeleton. It wasn't like you were facing off against Macho Man Randy Savage. It was a skeleton. You could have won.
I've seen Game of Thrones. I know what the White Walkers do. Let's go the other way.
They have muscle. All right, let's go back where we came from.
Okay, so you're going back to where you came from, and you come to that same crossroads where you've got the room where you see Superboy's still skeleton now with the ruined clothes, so Raven probably like, oh, I didn't want to see that again. And you also see the fiery direction, which you didn't go, to the right.
So obviously we're going to go in the fiery direction. Donna's just picking bits of shards of sword out of her skin.
I'm just kind of like under my breath, bitch, the whole time. Like just under my breath, be like, I told you not to do that. Just sit there.
You didn't say not to do that.
Just, bitch.
I told you not to do that. I told you just, we would fine, we would have to go this whole way. We would waste so much time.
I want to go your own way.
No, I'm sorry, let's go.
So as you're walking, you suddenly hear boom, boom. And Donna, wait, all right, which one of you is walking in front? Because again, it's one corridor, so you have to be like almost like in a line. Who's at the front of the line and who's at the back of the line?
I'd say Donna would be at the front while Raven is muttering under her breath.
All right, so Raven,
you're my human shield. I'm just gonna like keep
you hear the boom, 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 like it's not directly behind you, but it's from the way you came.
Okay, I'm gonna be like, we need to move faster. We need to like hustle because there's something coming. It's a little ways away, but we need to move.
Okay, well, so Donna starts running towards the heat.
So as you're getting closer in the front, the fire starts covering the walls. It's not burning you yet, but it's like it's uncomfortable. You're getting like a blast of heat to your face after going from extreme cold. So it's a sensory overload for a little second. And Raven, the noise you're hearing is no longer a boom, boom. It's now a boom, 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 boom. So something is clearly coming right for you that you haven't time to look at yet. So you're not sure what it is, but I think you might have a good idea about what it is.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to prep here. Now the fire, is it burning from a central source? Like it's all burning from one source?
Yeah, so as you're getting closer, you can see there is a door just like the others, dead ahead, which the fire is like coming through like the cracks and like the crevices of it.
Okay, can I grab some fire? Like telekinetically grab like some of it and then pull it so I have it like with me?
Yeah, that you don't need to roll for that. That's something Raven can do.
Okay, that way I'm gonna pull some of the fire so I have a little bit of flame. I'm gonna turn around because I know I'm not gonna outrun this thing that's coming. I'm gonna tell Dawn, I'm gonna say, you gotta figure out a way to get through this fire or around it. I can only take so much of it. I can't like get it all out of here.
Yeah. Donna, she's got superhuman durability, so the fire wouldn't do much damage to her, would it?
No.
So she's just going to open this door.
Yeah, so the door is like stuck a little bit. It's not opening straight away. It's like taking like superhuman force from you, and the noise of the creature, the noise behind you is boom, 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 boom. It's like on your heels right ahead, like it is about to pounce on you. And Raven can hear this, and Donna's just on the door like this. So Donna, I want you to roll Unleash Your Powers to see how much of your strength you can open the door. And Raven,
Okay.
I want you to roll Unleash Your Powers if you're going to throw and fight the fire behind you.
Alright, I'm gonna say I don't have much of a choice. I'm kind of screwed, and Don's gonna leave me here to die. Alright, so I have 6, and 2 is 8.
Okay, so that means it slightly works. So you turn around and you see it is the Minotaur. It is charging at your heels, and it's got an axe in one hand, and it is about to swing. You blast it with the fire, and like it hits it in its face. It's like it lets out a scream, but it's still coming towards you. It's still going to hit you if Donna doesn't open that door.
Okay, well, I got a 5.
Unleash Your Powers is free because that's 0 for you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the door doesn't open. It's still stuck, and the axe comes swinging at you and Raven. It slashes Raven like on the side as she like dodges. But Donna, because you're like holding the door, you like take it directly to the back. So you're gonna have the roll to see take a powerful blow. To see how well you took this.
An 8.
Okay, so that's not good. The higher for this one is the worse. So 8 is you get to choose one of these. You lash out verbally, provoke a teammate to foolhardy action, or take advantage of your influence to inflict a condition. You give ground, your opposition gets an opportunity. You struggle past the pain, mark 2 conditions.
So, struggle past the pain.
Okay, so that means you're going to have to mark 2 of your conditions. And you've already got insecure marked.
We're gonna die in this room. We're never getting out of here. You suck. You are the worst teammate of getting out of here. Should have brought somebody else with me.
Where's the conditions?
It's on your character sheet.
On the character sheet. I'm not even looking there. Okay, so insecure's checked. Okay, so I'll say angry and guilty.
Okay, so those 3 are checked. Donna is she holding the door, and she gets smacked in the back, and like the axe doesn't pierce her skin because she's so like she's holding it so much, but it's still the pain is a lot, and it's like drawing blood. So Raven, you've currently got an opportunity as the fingers have struck Donna, and you're relatively unharmed. So you can try and open the door as well, or you can try and run in a different direction or try and attack this thing. You've got a lot of options right now.
I'm gonna try to like get more like most of the fire as much as I possibly can, and try to throw a larger volume if I can. Like try to like grab it. Should I roll for that?
Yeah, that's the directly engaged threat.
Yeah. So that's plus freak, right?
Yes, no, that's plus danger. Sorry.
Plus danger. Okay, so that's 8. Hang on. My danger. One, so that's 9.
Okay, so it blasts it again, and it causes it to drop its axe to like cover its face, but it's not really injured by it. It's just like it doesn't like the fire in its four eyes, and it keeps screaming, "I am not my father. I am not the fire pits of hell on this world." And like it keeps screaming this out. Donna, you're now free as it's distracted by Raven to try and open the door again, or to fight this thing, or what have you. It's up to you to choose.
So, she could try and open the door again.
Okay, so that would be unleash your powers again.
I got an 8 this time.
Okay, so through the rage of just getting smashed in the back, you scream, "Ah!" and you just pull the door off its hinges, so it just slams back, and as it slams back, it like hits the Minotaur in the head, and you and Raven can both just run straight through it. And as you get through it, the Minotaur like turns, and it is about to enter the room to chase you, but then it's like foot before it like crosses the threshold of the door, stops, and it just stands there watching, and it just goes, and it turns and it just walks away. It doesn't follow you into the room. It just returns kind of frustrated and annoyed. But you're in this room, and from your surroundings now, you see that it is a pit of fire on the walls and on the ceiling, and on the floor there is a marble pathway leading to an altar, and on the rest of the floor is just lava that is coming up in fumes and flowing and following you. At the end of the the room is another door, but it's too far away to really see because the lava is kind of coming up and covering it. But one thing you do see in the center of the room, in the center of that pathway, is a pedestal that is holding a glowing sword that is like Excalibur style stuck in the stone. But you've just been in a very stressful situation, so you're allowed to just take your breath for a second now that the Minotaur's not chasing you.
First, she's going to apologise to Raven. Sorry for the skeleton situation. A very stupid thing to do. I don't accept my apology.
Raven is currently very, very distressed right now, so she's taking a second.
Sorry, I got kicked and it wouldn't put me back in, but we're good now. Okay, so last I knew, Minotaur can't cross the threshold. We're out the door.
And you also just missed Donna apologizing to you, which is funny.
Oh, what did you say? What did I miss?
I was like giving you a really sincere, heartfelt apology.
You know what's that's funny though?
Like,
yeah, just say like Raven was just like staring blankly like this, and then Donna said all that. I was just like, wait, what? Sorry.
Zoned out for a moment. Question. He dropped his axe back there.
Yeah.
And we're like just crossing through that door right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can I psychically grab that axe?
Yeah, it's heavy. So I will say if you are holding that, anything else you try to lift will require you to unleash your powers. So note that while you carry it. But you can certainly bring that with you.
I don't think it hurts. Yeah, I'm gonna Azeroth, Metreon, Zinthos, grab that axe, send my little black cloud out, grab the axe, drag it with me. Gonna be like, here, Donna, you carry this. This is heavy.
Donna can take the axe.
Okay, so Donna, you hold the axe, and you gain a +1 now to your danger because you have an axe.
So, should we approach the sword? Should we approach the sword?
I don't even know where we are. We just got through the door. I miss the whole surroundings of where we're at. I don't even know what's in front of us.
Donna, you can explain that to Raven if you want, or I can do that again.
Okay. So we're in a room. There's an altar. There's lava on either side. So basically our only option is to go back or go up to this altar where there is a sword. Did you say it was in like an anvil?
It's like in a stone Excalibur style. Like it's like as if it's in like a sacred,
Stone.
holy. Yeah, you know, like usual you see in like mythology and stuff. And also mention as well, there is another door at the far end of this lava-filled room, but because you're currently at the entrance, you can't see anything on the door. You can't tell really what it looks like if there's any markings on it yet. You'd have to get closer to see what that says.
Well, I don't want to go back the way we just came, so I say we just go forward.
Yeah, we can't go back there because that thing's gonna tear us apart if it gets back there. We got lucky last time, so let's try to pull the sword out. Maybe if I help you, we can try to get that sword out and go from there.
Okay. So they approach the sword. Donna decides she's going to try and pull it out. Do I have to roll for that?
No. As Donna tries to touch it, you get like a sharp electric shock on your hand that like forces you away.
This is not a good day for me.
Yeah, that doesn't hurt you though. It's just like it's almost like when you put two
static.
when you put two magnets together on the same poles and they like repel each other.
Okay. So this sword isn't coming out anytime soon.
For Donna.
I'll try it. I'll run up to it and try it.
So Raven, you put your hand on the sword, and you're holding it right now, and you feel like a surge of power. But it's like you're at the tip of the iceberg. So you're holding it. It's not pulled out yet. It's up to you what you want to do.
Pull it. I mean, I'm gonna have to try.
All right. So Raven, you pull out the sword, and it glows like white at first, and then it attunes itself to you, and then the blade of the sword turns black. Imagine like an energy blade with black blade and then purple lightning striking across it. Take a +4 to your danger.
This is like some Ileana Rasputina shit that you have going on right now.
So for every roll you do with danger now to fight something, as you have the sword, you get +4. And Donna only gets +1 with her axe. So you can tell it's like some mega powerful shit you've got right now.
Clearly Donna was worthy of the sword.
That's right, you're just a lackey, you're just my muscle. That's all you are. I'm the brains of the operation, floating us through here. You're just the brute strength, that's all you are.
Although I have a feeling we're probably going to run into that Minotaur again. So
Okay.
all the power we have is good. So we should go and check out the door then.
So like there's to get to the door, there's like little circular rocks floating above the lava. It's not a straight walk anymore. So you're going to have to maneuver your way across, both of you, depending on how you want to do that.
Can she not fly?
I mean, Donna can, yeah, and both of you can, but you have to say, do I fly first?
So I could fly us over if you trust me not to drop you.
I can probably levitate over too, can't I? Or is that going to be too much with a sword?
You can levitate as well.
Too much weight.
But both of the funny thing about it is like she's asking you if you want me to fly you over because she doesn't know that you can levitate yet. So like you can answer that in character. It's like, hold on.
Okay. I don't need that. I can levitate over. I don't need you to carry me. Nice offer, thanks. But keep your axe and fly over, and I can levitate myself. And
so Donna flies over to the door, axe in tow.
So you see, the door has a face with like a pained expression, like the Weeping Lady-esque type, like carved into it, and a circular opening where it's clearly that you see that the sword slots into this perfectly, but there's no like latch or there's no sign of opening.
All right, so I got to cross too, right, Donna?
Yeah, you have to cross as well.
We're good there. Okay, I'm just gonna stick the sword in the slot because it looks like it fits. And I'll see if I can turn it. Like once it's in the slot, if I can like, it kind of works like a lock. If I could turn it like a key.
So as you put the sword in the lock starts to be filled with the lava from the room, and it starts to go on top of the sword, and it starts to slowly destroy the sword. And you realize this, so you can react, but the lava is coming onto the sword as you put it in the slot.
Okay, so I'm gonna like rip it out of the hole because I'm like, will I keep this? Is it like half melted now? I'm assuming?
It's you got it out. You got it out quick.
Okay.
So, but now there's nothing out. You're just in this room now.
Okay, so that's not gonna work.
So
Can I hack the door down? Or can we hack the door down
certainly
together?
try.
okay, so Donna will attempt to break the door with the axe.
Well, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna try to slash it down too. We're both gonna slash at the same time. So.
Okay.
And is this gonna be unleash your powers or danger?
This will be neither, because as you both go to slash, it's again this kind of weird, intangible barrier around the door, and Donna's axe slashes it, and it just kind of rebounds, and you almost like fall into the lava, but you catch yourself before you do. But you still got the axe, whereas Raven, when you smack the door, it doesn't hurt you or anything. In fact, it feels like quite refreshing, and the sword itself is like giving you like really, it's like healing your wounds and making you refresh, and it just feels so great and so wonderful. And so on your condition that you got marked, like unmark your condition.
Okay.
So you're no longer guilty.
So
Donna's starting to think Raven's in on this.
I'm gonna be like, I have no idea why this is happening. I literally just got here. I don't understand any of this. I'm gonna try to convince you that I'm not orchestrating this. I have no idea or control over this.
So you're getting all your wounds healed, and I'm getting slashed with axes, almost drowning in lava. Attacked by a happy skeleton.
The skeleton was on you. That was all your fault.
So does the door open after this?
No, the door has not moved a single thing. You thought it was opening, like you had like, but Raven took out the sword too quickly.
Well, Raven better put that sword back in that one.
Don't tell me what to do. I just met you. You don't have the authority to tell me what to do. I'm obviously the chosen one here, so you really can't tell me.
Respect your elders.
I don't know that. I don't know how old you are. You didn't tell me, so.
You didn't ask.
Alright, so I'm gonna just say, alright, well, I guess the sword is rests in peace. If I put the sword in again, I'm gonna see if it opens any further. Like, if I can get it to open, like, any more by putting it
enough
back
for
in the
us
slot.
to get out.
So you put the sword in, and this time the lava from the room starts to coming faster and really pouring on it. There will be no time to see if it's going to open slightly. It's either see if it opens at all, but sacrifice the sword, or take the sword out and keep it, but don't find anything about the door. Those are your consequences.
Sword.
Alright, I'll just sacrifice the sword. I mean, I didn't have it before, so.
Okay, so you put the sword in. It is completely enveloped by the lava, and the lava goes over your hand as well and burns it really quickly before you take it off. So not only do you restore your previous condition of being guilty, you're now angry. So mark that as well.
Oh, lovely.
And you no longer have your +4 to danger because the sword's been destroyed. But the door is open and you have passed this trial.
So, Donna would check to see if Raven's okay. How's your hand?
Just like it's burned, but I'm gonna make it. It's okay. So I'm just gonna try to ignore it, kind of like wrap it in my cloak thing, so it's not all oozy and gross. So I'm just kind of wrap it up. I'm good. Trying to wrap it up. Can't really do anything with it besides that. So. We need to go through the door.
Yeah, okay. So we'll go through this door.
Maybe you want to play Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman, we can here, but I think we should probably go through the door.
You just got your hand burnt by lava. You know how hot lava is. It's not like putting your hand on a stove.
It's magical lava, it's fine.
Okay, so we go through the door.
Alright, we go through the door, and what do we see when we go through the last door?
So you go through this door, and there is another long, dark corridor, which you'll need to go your way down and kind of take a minute to reprieve as you walk through it, to chat amongst yourselves.
So does this kind of thing happen to you Teen Titans often?
It's actually kind of starting to, yeah. Initially, no, but the last place we were at was equally as weird. Now we have this, so I guess this is just how things are now, apparently. But usually there's more of us. That's helpful, but yeah, I guess
kind of
it's
have.
just...
Yeah.
Hmm?
I kind of have a bad feeling that we're going to encounter a Minotaur again.
Yeah, I don't think he's done, but you still have the axe. That's somewhat helpful. At least it's got an arsenal back there of 50 axes. I think we're gonna be okay. Opens a closet door. It's like the Squidward alarm clocks. It's just all battle axes.
Well, what was the Minotaur even wanting? Saying to
something about father. I'm not. I don't know Donna, so I'm just gonna kind of. Yeah, the 4 red eyes look a little familiar. The father thing's kind of threw me for this is familiar, but I'm not gonna let on because I don't know Donna. I don't know her at all, so I'm not gonna tell her anything. So I'm just gonna be don't know.
As Donna goes into a spiel about how boys and girls get sacrificed to the Minotaur in Greek mythology.
You go on this long tangent about the sacrificial ritual. I'm that's nice. Very uplifting story, bud. Story, bro. And we're just walking through. You're just talking and going on I'm just kind of
going on about
you out.
The Minotaur mythology.
Alright, so we're still
we could
through.
potentially be 2 sacrifices. Lambs to the slaughter.
We don't really have a choice. We can't just sit down and just wait. We have to keep moving. Made it this far.
You're welcome.
I'm just gonna just stare at you, just pointedly, just narrow my eyes and just look over and be alright. So, and it's a dark corridor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'm gonna get my torch thing again and try to psychically construct a torch so I can see something in front of us so we can have a little bit of light. It's not gonna be a huge one like before, but it's gonna be a small one so we can see just a couple feet in front of us.
That's perfectly
Are they
fine.
kind of
Yeah, I'm just saying to Raven, that's perfectly fine. She can do that.
I'm saying, are we kind of back to the same corridors where we're at, the same style from the start?
Yes, it looks like it, but you've been in here for what feels like a couple of hours now. Just in between how long it takes Raven and Donna to actually walk between these segments, we've just been kind of cutting to the parts that matter, but this is a very long labyrinth, so a lot of this is starting to blur of like, are we just going in circles, is kind of the fear dawning on you. So you're not quite sure if this is just a similar looking corridor or if this is the exact same corridor.
Yeah. Well, I've been here for almost 2 days now. And this is the first time anything has happened. First rooms I've been in. First person I've encountered.
What did you do the whole time? You just sat there with the Minotaur and just sat there and chilled and he let you go? Like, what did you do the whole time you were here?
There wasn't a Minotaur when I was in here. I was just wandering around these corridors.
Waltzed around and happened to find me?
Basically.
Why didn't I get the Minotaur right away? Why didn't he smell you first? You were right there for a day. I just come in at random and he finds me like immediately. It's not very fair.
Well, at least you don't have a big axe wound in your back. You got healed by your magic sword.
I couldn't do anything for you. It wasn't. I couldn't like fix you with it. I'm not that kind of. That's not my specialty. I'm not a super healer or anything like that. I mean, if we get home, I can get you like some ointment or something.
It's fine. I'll be healed by the time we're home. It's fine.
We can see if Superboy has any like organic painkillers left over. He can try that if it'll affect you. I don't know if it will or
I've seen an imitation of your Superboy. I'm not impressed.
Alright, so I guess we're this awkward conversation where we're just kinda not sure what to make of each other, still walking through. And nothing looks any different. We're still it's still all exactly the same. We're just kind of circling around.
But now, as you've managed to go through, saying that was an hour of just walking, most of it was just in silence because you're both awkward and in pain and just resting. But the other was just what we heard there, with some talking, like shooting the shit. But now you see one big entrance. This door isn't like the previous ones. This one's a little bit more elaborate in design and decor. The boundaries of it are decorated in gold plaques and sword statues and Greco-Roman designs of just like weeping figures of like the gods of like Zeus and Hercules and all of that. So you see this fancier looking door near the end of your long trek through that corridor.
Well, this door looks important.
Is there anything written up top that we can see? Or is it all just kind of...
No, this is just... anything you see is been withered away by the passage of time. It is no longer visible.
Can we go through this door?
Yes, you can try to open it.
Okay. So, obviously, they've been walking for ages. Donna's going to be like, yes, a door, and try and open it.
You open it, this time it's easy. This time it just opens up normally, especially for someone with super strength, but even Raven could have opened this one.
Wow. Even Raven.
Hey, you were the one who described yourself as skinny emo kid. Okay, let's...
Finally.
She's not a hand-to-hand combat kind of girl. Have you seen her? She's like this little...
Yeah, Raven doesn't know CQC. Okay.
P90X or anything.
But yeah, you open the door and you're greeted to a very bright room this time. This room is illuminated seemingly from within of a gold beaming light. It almost looks like an angelic. It's 80 foot long. The floor is like separated into a grid of marble plates. So the floor isn't one solid thing. It's like many different plates, all of different colors, like one row's orange, one row's blue, one row's purple. The colours themselves don't really matter, it's more like an aesthetic choice, but the fact is, like, the room itself is covered in plates, and it's very, very long. There's a bridge aside the plates, so one on the left and one on the right, and like an empty chasm. So imagine you've come through the door. There is a square series of plates pointing to the other side of the room, and on the left-hand side there's a bridge over a chasm, and on the right-hand side there's a bridge over a chasm.
Sorry, on mute. We should probably go right since we went left last time. It didn't work out too well. Do you want to go right this time?
Yeah. We'll go to the right. So do you think if we step on these plates, they'll just give way?
We should probably test it first. I'm lighter, so I'll kind of just like jump on it a little bit, make sure it's not going anywhere. I'll just kind of like tap on it with one foot and then kind of jump on it up and down and make sure nothing's going anywhere.
So as you go on the plate, it sinks down just an inch, and then it glows, but less so as if it's going to fall, and more so like it's locking into place.
So this is a puzzle.
I mean, they all were, so I'd assume so, but I mean, I guess just keep walking, because it's not going to fall on us, I don't think.
Well, that one's not going to fall. I don't know about the rest.
Well, what do you want to do? Throw the battle axe down and see if it goes careening through the floor? Like, what's your plan? In case we can fly over it, too.
Yeah, we can fly over it. I don't know if
I forgot you could fly. I forgot about that. Alright, I'm going to levitate. You're going to fly. We're going to kind of zoom over the bridge.
Okay, so you both fly over, and the plate that you stepped on resumes to its original position. You get to the other side, and you see the opening door, and you see another one of the little dots, and this time another one of these all too fond puzzle descriptors. And this one says, the key to the plates lies within your heart. Your greatest challenge awaits through the next door. Have you learnt about who can save you?
Fantastic.
Right, so this seems to be a discovery of self.
Okay. Can we open the door? Or do we have to... Or is there anything else in the... Okay, so we're at the end of the corridor, or the end of the room now. It's just the two... Is it one door or two doors?
This is just the one door with that inscription, and it has no latch or opening. It looks like it's like been bolted shut. If it was going to open anyway, it would probably be a magical way like the other ones have been. You've gained the... You can assume by now that these things are going to be brute forced down.
So another brain teaser.
So...
And you can read the inscription on the
room?
Puzzle again if you want to refresh.
Yeah, read
Yes.
it again, because I'm lost on where we're going to go from here.
So it says, the key to yourself lies on the plates. Your greatest challenge lies beyond this door. Have you learnt about who can save you?
Okay, so the plates would be like bridge plates, so I should go back and see maybe if I walk on it, if anything happens, because plates would be... Yeah, because that bridge is still there. It doesn't go anywhere, right? It's still all there.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so I'm going to go back on the little... I'm going to tell Donna, I'm going to say, hey, plates, we have plates on the bridge planks. I'll see if maybe I walk on that, maybe something happens.
So you said there was two bridges.
Yeah, and they're basically as if the plates, as if they were like the main thing, and the through bridges let you go back and forth to the start and end without touching the plates.
Okay, so we have to kind of touch the plate.
It's like
advance.
this environment was designed clearly without the belief that any people could fly. So the fact that you guys could fly is like, obviously the architect didn't have that in mind. The bridges are meant to be
Alright, so
for
we gotta walk
non-flying
back.
people to like walk over there and out without touching the plates. But you can just
But
do
these
that.
puzzles
Yeah.
are based on Greek mythology.
Hey.
All right, so I'm gonna. Do we want to do them both separately, or should I just go? All right, Dom, I'm gonna ask you. Do you want me to just try one, since it seems like this is more catered to my situation, and you kind of ended up here, or do you want to just take them both at the same time and see what happens?
You can take them both at the same time. I mean, it's not like we're going to fall to our deaths, is it?
I mean, we might. I don't know. We didn't.
Oh,
really
you've forgotten how to fly.
Well, I mean, like, it might be too fast. I don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, maybe we won't catch ourselves in time. I don't levitate immediately. Like, if I get hit in the head, I can't levitate. Like, you know,
I'm not going to fall to
fall.
my death. That's fine.
Oh, so you'll be fine. You'll be fine. That's all we care about.
We can hold hands. It's fine.
Across the bridge from each other, we're gonna hold hands. Our arms are that long.
I thought the plates were on the floor and the bridges were just to
Yeah,
get
the
across.
plates are separate from the bridges.
Okay, then I guess we'll be fine then. All right, so we're gonna hold hands, I guess, and walk across the plates like besties,
like besties.
gals being pals.
Gals just being pals who apparently hate each other right now. So you stand on the plates, one on one side and one on one side. One glows purple, the one you're standing on, Raven, and one glows white, the one you're standing on, Donna. And on the ceiling, where the light is pointing, you see basically a crude, light-filled image of a person with their mouth open like this, and then like speech lines coming from its mouth. And Raven, you see just a purple version of that as well from your plates.
All right, so I guess we're gonna have to talk about something, or activate it some way with saying something.
So, the door is about who can save you. So it would be like, would the speaking things represent a person already in our lives?
Well, in the situation you are both in right now, who can save you?
Each other.
Ourselves. I mean, like, symbiotically ourselves, like, together, so I need you need me.
Each other.
I'm gonna say each other too.
We can save each other.
It doesn't open, but you see one of the bolts that was on the door, like it falls off. You're clearly on the right lines, but you're not going far enough. This thing clearly wants something a little juicier than you both just saying together.
We're holding hands. What
It
was
does
one?
not in that sense. I think it just wants. I think it just wants, as the puzzles beforehand might have given you clues. These have all been revealing shit about yourself. So, go on those lines.
So is this about trusting people as well? Like, we have to trust each other to save each other. Do you trust me?
I kind of have to. I don't really have a choice. I mean, it's not my forte of trusting people I just met, but I don't really have a choice. So sure, yeah, I trust you.
So as you say that, another boom boom comes off, but it's still not over yet. But that was
It's a therapy session or what? My God.
I mean,
God, Dr. Quinzel's weren't even like this touchy-feely. All right.
And we find
Trust.
out The real answer to the puzzle was the friends we made along the way.
Bolts fly out of the door. All right, so trust, stuff about ourselves. What did we learn?
That I shouldn't cheat in battles with skeletons.
You shouldn't cheat in battles with skeletons. You shouldn't do that. You should listen to me more.
You didn't say anything like that. The bullish. Don't fight, the bolt's going to slide back across.
Yeah, really. Little like bolts will go back in and we'll be... All right.
Teamwork. We learned about teamwork.
I learned about where you came from and your backstory. You learned where I came from.
Well, not really. I didn't. You just said they're your new family.
And then, as you said that, as like you thinking, another bolt goes like, bob bob. So it's like, right lines, knocking on the door.
I just sigh and just like groan. I'm just like, I don't want to. All right, okay. So I'll give you my life story since apparently the door—that's what the door wants—is my life story. So okay. So I found these guys, and we lost one of our teammates in the first fight. He's gone now, but just the rest of us. Before that, I had left home. I never really. I bounced between family and family. I was in foster care for a while, and I just left because there was nothing really for me, and I've never really had a stable home besides here. This is the only place I've ever actually had a security, I guess. It would be here. I haven't had that ever.
So you feel you feel at home now. You feel like you belong somewhere now.
I mean, a little bit. It's getting better as time goes on, but yeah, I mean, it helps be around people who are like you. I mean, no one's afraid. We're all the same. We're all freaks. We're all different. You know, we don't fit in. We have we have a couple aliens. We have people that don't integrate well, and we're all kind of together in this, and it's the closest thing to having people like you.
Mm-hmm. That's all I really want as well, to belong somewhere and not live under the shadow of Wonder Woman.
Well, you have her, though. Isn't that enough for you? I mean, you have somebody. You belong somewhere. You're a member of some place. You're not just...
I was created. I wasn't born like normal Amazons. I was created specifically for Wonder Woman.
Were you an adult then? Or like, did you just... You came out this way? Like, was there...
No, I was a child. I was a child. I grew up, but I was specifically created to just as a companion for Wonder Woman as she grew up, basically. Like a toy.
That kind of sucks.
I just want out of Wonder Woman's shadow. She keeps glancing at the door.
At this point, boom, 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 boom. All of the bolts, except for one, are gone now. But it's clear that, like, at this point, you're on the right line, and just one last push is what will open it from either one of you.
I'm just gonna blurt out, I'm half demon!
And then the door just, as you say that, the bolt flies off and like hits you in the head. And like, ah!
I guess that did it.
The door is now open. But Donna, you've just found out that this woman is half demon. What the fuck?
Well, she's not
You're
one
not
to judge, is
You're
she?
just like, oh, okay.
I mean, clearly you're not a bad demon. We've been through this together.
You're just fine with that? I tell you something that I try to keep under wraps for how many years, and you're just okay with that?
What they've been through together, and Donna knows about aliens and everything. She knows there's other things out there. She knows not all what's classed as monsters are evil.
So you're just like, hey there, demon, it's me, a girl. You're just fine with it?
What do you want her to do? Be like, you, a demon?
No, I'm just saying. It was just conversation. I mean, Raven wouldn't be sitting there like chill. Like she would probably be like,
well, they could
didn't want
have
to talk
a
about
conversation when they get out the room. I mean, they've been desperate to get out this room.
All right, so let's
Her
go
being
then.
A demon will be like something they can address.
Okay, so you exit through the room, and you see another corridor, much like the last one. But this time the light is still there. You no longer need the torch. The entire corridor is illuminated, so you just walk through it. But you still can't see an endpoint, so this is gonna take a while.
So we can have a speak. We can have a discussion.
Yeah, but also Raven, one of your doomed things is when you talk about it openly, you have to mark it. So you have to mark one of your doom tracks, I'm afraid.
Gonna kill me. All right. We're gonna have like an awkward silence where we kind of just stare at each other. Not really sure what to say after all that little therapy session.
So, demon, huh?
Yeah, on Dad's side, twice removed.
How does that work? If you don't mind me asking.
You mean, how's it work? I mean,
well, how did you come to... Who's your father?
Do I have to talk about this, or can I just, like, ignore the question?
You can avoid the question if you want to, yes. And Donna, you also have the ability to, if she's avoiding your questions, you could force it out of her with your Pierce the Mask and all of that still. So if you want to, if you don't like it that she's avoiding your shit, you can try and force her to answer it.
I don't think... No, she wouldn't force her to do anything.
You cut off a little bit. You still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. Is Siobhan still there?
Cut off. Discord said, no talking about the demon.
Yeah, Discord demons don't like
my
this.
dad said no. Dad's like, keep on the DL.
Keep on the DL.
Okay, well, she might just ask another question, like, do your teammates know you're half demon?
That's a good question. I never really talked about it in full yet. Like, we never really verbally talked about it.
No, none of them know.
They probably know something's up with me. They know I'm not like the average Joe, but I don't think they know. I mean, you're the first one to know officially.
Your
it's
secret's
not like a
safe with me.
Not like a breakfast table topic where I'm gonna like bring that up. But all right, well, don't tell the rest of them. Keep it to yourself. Do what I had to do to get to the door.
I just said your secret's safe with me. I don't know your friends anyway.
Well, you will. Are you gonna? You're probably gonna, once we get out of here, come back with us. I mean, are you gonna stay? Or are you gonna go back to the mascara?
I haven't really thought about that.
I mean, I'm sure they'd have you for a few days. I'm not gonna make you go back right away. I mean, Robin's pretty welcoming, and he's kind of our team lead, so he's not gonna force you back into it. I mean, it's a big T. We have lots of room.
You're really selling it to me.
It's a giant letter T. I mean, there's plenty of space in like the ends of the.
I'll check out. Probably check in with Wonder Woman while I'm there. Give her the tea.
Fair enough.
Get
Where
her
are we at?
seal of approval on your team.
Where are we at now physically?
Now you approach the most humble-looking door of all of these. This looks like a modern hotel door. Like it's got no Greek architecture or anything. It's got like a little occupied note on the handle. That's it. But it looks like a regular person's door.
All right. Well, then
So-
we're just gonna.
We just got to go in, regardless of the sign.
We should probably knock first, like just to be polite. I say occupied, so we should probably just knock on the door just to make sure.
Yeah. Might be another Peppy skeleton.
You pissed the first one off.
So, Donna knocks
Knock on
on
the
the
door.
door.
Okay, so you knock on the door. You don't hear anything first, and then you hear, "Who is it?"
Is that the skeleton? Sounds familiar.
Housekeeping.
Housekeeping? Oh, in here of all places, I highly doubt that. Are those two young girls I found in here? Would you like to come in, darlings?
What do you mean you found in here? Okay, so Donna will push open the door,
You open the
poke her
door,
head round.
and it is a hotel room. It is a one-bedroom hotel room, and you see a old lady, quite heavy set, but in regular clothing, sitting on her makeup chair, just like doing her eyeliner like that. And she turns around to sees you, and she smiles, and she's like, "Oh, hello! I'm quite amazed you made it here after all. It's quite wonderful. I imagine you're quite tired, but don't worry, you're at your final puzzle now. Well, second to last, I should say, but this is the big one. So hello."
There is nothing wonderful about what we just went through.
Oh my.
Don't have to be rude. Do I recognize this lady at all, or do I have no?
No, it
no
just looks like an old granny.
Okay. So I guess we just I kind of elbow Donna to like, don't be a bitch about this, and just. All right. So what else do we have to do to get out of here? If we're so close to the end, what else do we have to do to leave?
I'll throw hot old woman.
You just go through that door. And she points to a door which says exit, but it also has some familiar Greek script, like Greek illustrated, but it's in English, you can read it, script on the door, and you can't quite make out what it is. You'd have to get close to read what it says. So it's just, that's the exit.
Somehow
That
I
sounds-
don't believe it's that easy.
Yeah, that sounds way too easy.
So, will they go check out this door then?
Yeah, I might as well.
So which one of you is going to read it?
Donna, I'll read it.
Okay, so you get to it, and it says, "Well done. You hope you've enjoyed our fabulous attraction, the famous Greek Minotaur room. Unfortunately, only one person may leave, and if they choose to leave, the second person shall be trapped in here for all eternity. Please leave us a good review on Yelp."
So only one of us can leave.
That's the
That's
door.
the cat.
That's how it works.
For one of us. For one of us.
I was in here with a young girl a long time ago. She escaped.
Lord. We have to be stuck in here with you for all eternity.
Why is the old lady here though? Like, why are you here?
I was in here. I was trapped in here with my friend before, and then she left.
Why have you stayed?
I mean, read the side. I can't get out.
So if you opened that door and tried to leave, what would happen?
Well, whoever left would be free to go, and then the walls of hell would descend, locking the other person in here to be tortured and torn apart and revived by the Minotaur for centuries. Just about that.
You have to sound so happy about it.
She's like, something's off about this lady.
Okay. So we have a decision to make here.
I mean, to let you go through, and I could see if I could try to teleport out once you got through.
No, you know what happened when you tried to teleport us out that food room? This seems like bigger than that.
Okay, so what's our next option?
You should go.
Well, then you can't get out if I go. I'm not coming back here. Like, I can't get back here on a weekend trip to come get you, and you're gonna be stuck here then.
Well, you have your Teen Titans. You have established friend group. I've already been here for a day, I can make it home.
You're gonna stay there for like 3,000 years? You're just chill with that? You're like, might as well.
No, it's a terrible idea. We need to get out of here.
What if we let the old lady go through and like some kind of self-sacrificial thing? If she goes through, we both stay. What happens to us then?
You're free, little old lady. Do you want to go through that door?
I've tried on my own, but I've never had someone push me or take me there before. No. But so then you ladies would be trapped.
Well, we've done plenty in here. I'm sure we can figure out a way out. I mean, we've got Raven. She's got some powers. Donna won't mention the half-demon thing because she promised not to.
Don't volunteer that information to a random old lady who's in this room with us. I guess we let her go through because we can't, we're already stuck as it is, but we can't be more stuck. So if we can kind of like push her through, that's probably our best bet, right? Are you in agreement with that?
I'm in agreement with that.
What does the script say again on the door?
The script on the door says, you have gone through your greatest challenge, blah, 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 you will, this is the last time, this is the second to last challenge, sorry, only one person can go through it alone and the other one will be trapped in here for all eternity, blah, 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 give us a good review on Yelp. Yeah, this one's pretty straightforward.
Just put the old lady through. Come on, finish your makeup. Come on, it's time for you to go.
Oh, really? Are you sure? Like, you said you had friends to see. Won't they miss you?
We have discovered friendship with each other. We'll be fine stuck here together.
For all eternity.
For all eternity.
Ooh, well, there's a bedroom there if you get bored. Let me just say that. I'll leave you two girls to... Okay, fine. And she's like standing to the doorway and she can't like get through. One of you would have to like push her. You have to make the conscious decision to send her through instead of yourself.
Should we push her? Or maybe it's like, because she was part of another another couple that tried to get through, she's still connected to that part of the puzzle, and she might die if we push her through.
I think at this point she'd probably actually prefer death, not gonna lie.
I could just give you a light nudge with my elbow.
And Raven, are you gonna do it as well with Donna?
Sure, I'll help, like, lightly.
Can we kill this old lady together?
Yeah! Lightly murder her in a big deal.
So they, push the old lady through, and she goes through it. And as she turns around, the clothing she was wearing, which was quite normal, has now changed into strange armor-ish looking thing. And she's still doing her makeup, but now she's got like a big flowing red cape behind her. And then she turns to you and she said, "Oh, you surprised, Granny!" And it just vanishes. And then the room itself crumbles in on itself, much like Raven when you first got transported in here, and is no longer a hotel room. The walls have been broken apart. The floor has stretched out and elongated with pillars, and you are now in a gigantic, closed gladiatorial arena. There is a bunch of skeletons watching this festival. You two are in the middle, and you see the Minotaur standing in front of you. This is the final challenge. This is it. The Minotaur roars, and smacks his chest, and it's like, "I am not my father. I will not be in her shadow. I am me." And like stands in front of you.
Did Raven just bail on me?
No, I miss all of that. I miss everything after Granny's like transforming. I missed that entire scene. I missed everything.
God damn.
Our good friend the Minotaur is back.
Oh, great.
I have his axe.
You're in a gladiatorial arena.
Okay, so what did I miss? What's happening?
You're in a gladiatorial arena. There is the giant Minotaur in front of you. He said, "I shall not be in her shadow. I am not my father." It's got 4 eyes now. It's now, instead of an axe, got 2 silver bracelets on its hands, and it's screaming and roaring.
What happened to Granny? Where'd she go?
Granny did a transformation, said, "You've surprised Granny," laughed, and then vanished, and that's the last you've seen of her.
Can we try speaking to the Minotaur?
You can.
We already tried. I tried that. It didn't go very well the first time.
We could just try.
What would you say? How would you even approach it? Like, describe it.
Okay, so she'd like look up at the Minotaur and be like, "You're not your father." Okay, so I'm assuming it's the Minotaur from Greek myth.
It certainly looks like in appearance, but a lot of these haven't been one-to-one, especially the hotel room, so literal interpretation might not be advantageous here.
So his father's not minus.
Maybe take note of its appearance as well. Raven's mentioned that a couple of times. It's got 2 silver bracelets on it now.
Is it like Donna's silver bracelets?
Yeah, like Donna's.
And it's got 4 eyes.
4 red eyes, kind of like somebody else.
This is a relative of yours, Raven.
Yeah. This is Dad.
Okay, so what do we do here? Do we even have time to have a conversation about this?
You can totally try. It's
I'm
just
gonna-
like stamping. It hasn't made a move to attack just yet.
Okay, so ask it who its father is.
You know, I am not my father!
So he's not his father, so don't ask that again. Who's your mother?
I have no mother. I was created for her.
Oh. So this is stealing our backstories. This Minotaur.
All right. We're in the arena. Does she still have the axe or no?
I still have the axe.
She still has the
as far
axe.
as I'm aware.
And just like an arena, like there's nothing else in the arena. It's just
No,
an empty arena
just in the arena and like skeletons like cheering in on their way, but they're too far away to affect you or anything.
Okay.
So this Minotaur's connected to us somehow.
So I'm just gonna say Trigon's name and see what happens. Just to see if it like reacts in any way.
So you say it doesn't react, but then Raven, in the back of your mind, you hear like as if it's like static trying to get back to you. The moment you say Trigon's name, it hears like, accept me, and then it backs. But the Minotaur doesn't react, it's just in your mind when you say the word Trigon.
What if Donna says Cersei?
In Cersei, when you say Cersei, it begins to charge directly right at you.
Oh no.
And it said outside of its back, it pulls out a sword which looks of Amazonian make. So it's about to slash you with a sword. So you have to respond to this.
She holds her bracelets up to deflect the attack.
Okay, so roll on engage a threat.
Okay, I got 7.
And you get +1 because of your axe. So that's 8. So you get to block the hit, so you don't take any damage. But as a result of you focusing with your bracelet, it takes the chance to use its free hand and grab its axe back.
Oh, that's cheating.
But it did seem to respond to when you said Cersei and when you said Trigon, there was a thing that happened with you. So there's definitely some puzzly shit afoot.
Okay, so I'm gonna just mentally. I can't say it out loud because, of course, it. So when I hear the voice in the back of my head, can I like telepathically talk to it, or I don't have to speak it out loud? Do I have to actually like?
You can talk to the voice in your head, or you can telepathically talk to the Minotaur. You can do both.
Okay.
You pick which one you want.
I'm gonna. Can I roll to like ask both Trigon's voice and the Minotaur at the same time? What do you want?
Yeah.
Okay.
So go for that, which is unleash your powers.
That's 5 plus freak, right? So that's 5 plus 2 is 7.
So you give that right. So 7, you can only pick one.
I'll ask Trigon, I guess.
So Trigon, and now the voice is stronger. It's like, I want you back. They're taking you from me.
Okay. Now I'm gonna try to talk to the Minotaur telepathically and roll for that again.
Okay.
Unless Donna, you want to do something in the meantime?
Can I assess the situation?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Okay, got an 8.
Okie dokie. And assess the situation is plus your... That's plus your superior. So what's your superior?
It is 0.
Okay, so you get to ask one of those questions.
Okay, how can we best end this quickly?
Okay. So you can best end this quickly by realizing what the theme of this dungeon has been and all of the puzzles you've been up to this point, and then working out what this puzzle is.
Well, no shit, that didn't help anything. Solve the puzzle, use the theme.
It's got a lot to do with family.
What kind of fucking answer is that?
Look, do you want me to just spoil the whole thing? You fucking lazy.
No.
So we've got to,
Not yet.
so do we have to defeat our parents? Or, like, parent-like figures?
Not specifically.
So is it about accepting who we are, and we can't change that?
So as you say that, like, does Donna say that out loud?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
so
just like, so it's this challenge about accepting that we can't change where we came from, but we can change how we define our future.
and it's like it about to attack you, and then it stops, and it like roars in your face, like spit everywhere, and it's just like, I just want to be my own person, and then it just turns and it charges at Raven, and it keeps screaming at Raven, I am not my father, I am not my father's tool. It's about to attack Raven, but it looked at Donna, it said that, and then it didn't attack Donna anymore. It like switched target.
So, Raven.
Alright, so I'm just gonna say that I'm not Trigon either. I'm not the same, I don't have to be the same. I can be different.
So as you're saying that, the beast gets smaller and smaller, and it's running, and it's smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, and it gets like a red cloak, and it gets smaller and smaller and smaller until now it is a very tiny, crying, purple-haired girl with a diamond on her forehead in a red cloak who's angrily hitting your leg, saying, this isn't fair, I didn't choose to be this, why do I have to go through this isn't fair.
Alright, I guess I'm gonna talk to it because it's me. I mean, like I know it isn't fair, but it's just how it is. But it won't always be the same. You won't always have to be around people who. You won't always have to worry about it. Sometimes you're gonna figure out how to live with what you are and use it for good instead of being afraid of it.
But I'm so angry at everyone who hurt me.
And you're always gonna be angry. It's not gonna go away, but it'll get better.
She like looks up at you, and like the tears are still there. It doesn't say anything, but just it looks up at you.
Like, I'm sorry, me. I don't know what to tell you. It does get better. I mean, it's gonna get better, but it's not gonna be easy either.
And it closes its eyes, and then it turns, and as it turns to look at Donna again, it's no longer Raven in a red cloak. It's a different little girl with black hair in a red and gold Wonder Girl costume, looking at Donna. It doesn't say anything, but it smiles, but not like a happy smile, but like a content smile, but with a lot of pain behind the look. And then it turns to look at you both, and now its face is half Donna, half Raven, as children. And with the dual tone of both of your voices, as if they were speaking in universe, it says greed, lust, wrath, pride, sloth, envy, gluttony. You have conquered these all. You have passed the trials. You are ready, the Trojan horses. And I am sorry, but for now, you have earned your peace. And it puts its hands together and opens its hand, and then a black portal covers both of you and the entire room, and then you both blink, and you're now, both of you, in Raven's room, barely a minute after Raven first left. You're safe. You did it.
So where are we now? Because obviously Donna doesn't know.
We're home. We're in my room and we're home. We made it.
And obviously Raven's room looks like it could be possibly another
Yeah, literally.
It's like Hot Topic. It has like the Hot Topic gates and everything. It's all dark and like dimly lit.
And especially because you just had all those books and stuff when you were fighting, so they've all been on the floor, so it's just a tip as well. It's just a mess.
I guess I'll have to see if Donna wants to meet anybody so she can get home. Because we're not gonna chill in my room for the next. Do you want to meet the team?
Yes, I would like to meet your team.
And she will meet the team next time on Teen Titans Roll. This has been the introduction of Siobhan. Say hi, Wonder Girl.
Hi!
You did wonderful. This was really fun. Well done to both of you.
It was
the
really
longest
fun.
session yet with just the two of us. The longest 3-hour one was just You picked the two stupidest team members to take on the on the puzzle.
You survived the 7 deadly sins all on your own together, so that builds some friendships, and boy howdy are you gonna have a story to tell the rest of the team at breakfast. The only thing we have to do now is Raven, you have to decide, did today's events help you get closer to defeating your doom or not?
I would say yes.
Okay, so remove the track that you put on earlier.
The Doom track?
Yeah.
I'm just bouncing back and forth like in these. I'm getting one and taking one back. It's been like a back and forth.
You've been doing good in like balancing of like how open you are with it, but also like doing good things to help. So it's good. You've been doing good with that. I just want to make sure because I just want to make sure that if Donna does have anything she has to go over.
I have conditions. I've still got conditions.
Yeah, your conditions don't go away. They stay until the next session.
Okay.
So you're gonna have to work on how to get rid of those, which it says in the basic moves and the conditions things, but we don't have to worry about that today. We can worry about that when we get there.
Save your sheet potion on before you exit. Don't close it without saving it.
Okay.
I feel like no, that's time passes. No, we don't have to do anything like that. Yeah, that's it. So thank you everyone for listening to this one. This has been really fun, and we shall be back with the main crew and our new member, Wonder Girl, next time. So look out for that. Share this around with your friends, get more people involved, and let us know any theories and hopes and predictions you'd have for where exactly this will go on the next episode of Teen Titans Roll. Have fun, geeks.